Dear audience, I'm pleased to welcome you to our ADE online session. My name is Petra Hahn. I'm the ADE Treasurer and I will present to you, our members, our key financial information in advance of our General Assembly. I will discuss two items with you: the audit of 2019 accounts. This will be my part of this presentation. And then I will introduce to you Julia Davies, who is the incoming treasurer and trustee of ADE, and she will then present the budget of 2020 in the light of COVID-19. On this slide, I will show you the executive report for the period of 2019. The full set of accounts have been made available online. You see here the statement which summarizes our responsibility with regard to ADE finances for the year 2019. The result was a small profit of €873, which was in comparison a little bit less than 2018, where we reached €11,678. At the end of the year, therefore, the assets increased slightly up to the figure of 242,549. A full audit of the 2019 account was performed by our auditors, Mager and Moynihan, in early February 2020. They reviewed all income, expenditure, bank account, and credit cards, and having done so, they concluded, in our opinion, the financial statements give a true and fair view of the assets, liabilities, and financial position of the association as at 31st December 2019, and of its surplus for the year then ended. The summary of the income and expenditure account is shown on this slide. And here you see, in comparison to 2018, we see an increase in turnover of about 20%. The same increase is observed in the administrative expenses. The next slide now will give you an insight in where this increase comes from. You see a lot of figures, but I will help you through all these figures and address some key points. First, the school membership and also the meeting registration during our meetings compared to 18 increased. Also, the corporate contribution increased. There was a slight increase between the conference in Oslo and Berlin, but there was a huge increase in the conference in Brescia, and therefore we can conclude that the increase in turnover between 18 and 19 is caused mainly by the additional meeting, our joint meeting with ADEE. We had also some reduction, a decrease in income with meeting exhibitions and school visits. Coming now to the expenses. Also some key points. First, wages and salaries are in line with the contract. The executive committee and the administrative cost went down considerably. This is according to the fact that we did not travel anymore to meet with the executive, but had online meetings already before COVID starts, or the pandemic starts. Also, the costs for the European Journal of Dental Education decreased. This is the reason because there was no special edition in the journal compared to 2018, where we had one. Also, EU engagement. The costs were significantly reduced. The reason for this is that the contract with the company in Brussels was terminated, and also the travel costs were terminated, were reduced. The office cost increased according to the need that we needed to buy a new laptop and some additional IT equipment. And very important point, the website costs increased because of the fact that the company we have been working together with ceased its business, and we had to work together with a new provider, and this new provider needed to redesign the whole website, and that's the reason for this amount of additional increase of the expenses for the website. Looking now at the balance sheet, it shows us at the end of 2019, we had a small surplus which resulted in an equity of now 232,094 euro. The key messages of our audit were first that ADE returned 2019 to a modest surplus and this was helped greatly by the outturn of the annual meeting in Berlin and the additional financial surplus generated by Brescia. Second, by the collaboration of corporate partners in our meeting activity continues to help to achieve the surplus. And third, operational costs have been considerably cut, and now we are operating as tight as possible. 4, wages are contract-based and meet relevant Irish benchmarks for the charity sector. Contract reviews were performed during 2019. The next slides will be presented by my successor, the incoming ADE Treasurer and Trustee, Julia Davies. It will be about the revised budget of 2020 and the proposed budget of 2021.
Hello, my name is Julia Davies and I'm the incoming Treasurer and Trustee of ADE. I'm now going to take you through the proposed budgets for 2020 and 2021. In our revised budget for 2019, we predicted an income of 537,000 euro and actually achieved a slightly lower amount, 520,000 euro. And this difference is largely accounted for by the fact that we did not receive the 25,000 euro that we were expecting from IFDEA. In 2020, our proposed budget was somewhat lower than that in 2019, and this is because we had only one meeting, the meeting in Berlin. And we've now revised this budget downwards to give us an income, a proposed income of 200,000 euro. And this shortfall is largely due to the fact that we were unable to organise the annual meeting in Strasbourg, which had to be cancelled due to COVID-19. We also have a reduction in the sponsorship from our corporate partners, which is reduced by around 40,000 euro. And this is also associated with the fact that we did not organise the annual meeting. However, I'd like to stress that both the Office and the Executive Committee have worked very hard to encourage the continued support of our corporate partners, and we're grateful both to them and to the corporate partners that are still supporting us. Our revised budget for 2019 was somewhat greater than it had been in 2018, and this is of course due to costs associated with the extra meeting in Brescia. Our actual expenditure in 2019 was a little bit less than we predicted, around 519,000 €200,000. In our provisional budget for 2020, again, we were back to only holding one meeting, so this was revised to €340,000. And in fact, our revised budget for 2020 has been greatly reduced, and this is due to COVID-19. Firstly, the cancellation of the meeting in Strasbourg has meant that costs associated with the conference have been greatly reduced. You can also see that there's one negative figure in the revised budget of €444, and this is due to refunds which the executive have managed to secure on previously booked travel and accommodation. When it comes to the provisional budget for 2021, due to uncertainty associated with COVID-19, we've not currently revised this budget. I would like to summarize the previous two slides by talking you through this table of expenditure and income. In 2018, we achieved a profit of just over €11,000. In 2019, our revised budget predicted a profit of €1,700, and our actual profit was a bit lower than this, but still €873. In 2020, our proposed budget, we predicted that we would be able to make a small profit of €3,700, but due to COVID-19 and the fact that we've lost income due to not being able to organize our annual conference and due to a shortfall in corporate sponsorship, we are now predicting a loss for 2020 of around €33,000. As far as the budget for 2021 is concerned, due to the uncertainty associated with COVID-19, we're unable to make any clear predictions at this time.
Now we are at the end of our presentation of the finances of ADE, and I want to thank you very much for listening. And at the end of my time as treasurer in ADE, I want to thank the whole executive, the accountants and the auditor for their exceptional help and support during the last 4 years. I was very happy to serve ADE as treasurer during this time and work together with a wonderful team. Thank you.
Well, on behalf of the Executive Committee of ADE, I'd like to thank Petra Hahn very much for her wonderful work as treasurer. And I'd like to assure all the members that both the Executive Committee and the Office of ADE are working very hard to assure the financial stability in the future. And this will allow us to continue our valuable work in dental education in Europe. If you have any questions regarding the finances or other things taken up in this presentation, you're very welcome to contact the organization at administrator@ade.org, the address given on this final slide. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.